What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. It's KP in the morning, y'all. Get that coffee ready. We got some real chill vibes right now in the studio. Just got my coffee. We're waking up together. We're waking up. Hop in that chat right now. Or maybe you can't watch the show because there's major AT&T outages. That's the biggest news story of the day so far. Major outages for the AT&T cellular network. But that's not going to stop Kenny Flight from coming through tonight or this morning. I'm just not used to these morning shows. How you doing, Kenny?
I'm doing great, brother, man. Hey, good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing?
Great to have you live in the studio. Oh, Weaver's Law is already in the chat. It says Rare Form is out tomorrow. That's a new single from Weavers, man. Definitely check that out. Definitely check out that Rare Form. What's up, Weavers? Good morning. Get that coffee, bro. And share the live for us. Share the live. We got Kenny Flight joining us this morning. He's got the Carhartt hoodie on. He's looking good. You just left the gym. Is that what you said, bro?
Yes, sir. Hey, if I did not get out of the bed this morning, got that lift in, I probably would not have made it on time. Like, to be completely honest with you.
Yeah, he's always getting swole. You know Kenny Flight. He's a strong kid. My mom's in the chat. Says, hi, Kenny.
How's it going, Miss Sue?
And Weaver says, good morning, sons. Good morning. Christian's in the chat. Says, you already know. What's up, Christian? Good morning to you.
What's up, everybody? How we living?
KP in the morning. We got the smooth jazz going. I got my coffee with me. You know the good vibes, y'all. Welcome to the show. All right, Kenny, we got a lot to discuss today, man. Have you heard about these cellular network outages that are happening for AT&T?
I saw someone on Facebook this morning. A couple of people were asking about that or just mentioning that, and I was like wondering, like, is this just like Verizon, AT&T? But yeah, it's just mainly AT&T that's being struck by this right now.
Huge news story, guys. I mean, it might affect the viewership for the show this morning. I think a lot of people watch on their phones, so that'll probably drop our numbers a little bit. But hey, who's affected? I guess if you're affected, you can't really jump in the chat, but if you're affected by AT&T's outages, jump in the chat if you can. Maybe you're hooked up to Wi-Fi or something, or you got another network going. But yeah, major outages. I'm on Verizon. How about you?
Hey, same here, brother. Verizon, man. You got that LTE, baby. You got it. There ain't no other way right now because look at AT&T. They dropping calls.
Weaver's being hilarious in the chat. Says, hey, Mama Kev. What's up, Weaves? That's right. Very, very, very motherly. All right, let's get into some more stuff, though. Not really much to say about the AT&T outages, but that is crazy. I mean, we're such a fragile network we're on. As soon as that electrical grid goes up, we are all toast.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's like one of those things about, like, you and me have talked about this in the past, especially if we had kids and stuff. Like, and I know this is a controversial topic in itself, but, like, you know, I'm always seeing kids with iPads and stuff, and as soon as they get that little electronic device out of their hand, they go ballistic.
Yeah, right.
So, like,
and as soon as that stimulus is cut off, the whole society is going to collapse. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, yeah.
But let's not get too conspiratorial this morning. Just some light news to start off the morning.
100%.
And, hey, I got a new playlist I want everyone to know about. It's called DJ KP Classics. All the best songs of my career. Over 10 years of music, everything I've mixed and mastered. And some of them I've done the beats to, like your How's It Done? How It's Done is on there.
Yeah, that was the first song we ever collabed on, too. That was a fun afternoon.
Yeah, this guy is an artist. Make sure you look him up. Kenny Flight on all streaming platforms. Kenny Flight. He's got some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, you got a song or two on there. We got YNG Mac J, Tre'vell, J No, even Trap Beckham's on there. Trap Beckham, Mr. Birthday Bitch himself is on the playlist. Go support the playlist. I think the link is in the description, and the link is definitely in bio. So go support the show, guys. All you got to do is spin a few songs, and you will not regret it. They're great.
And if I'm not mistaken, you got a gentleman from Wild 'N Out, I want to say Young Swag, or...
Yeah, that is on the playlist, too. Can't Do It Like Me by J No. That is on the playlist. And that is amazing that you said that, because we're beautifully segueing into a new segment, KP's Classic Clip of the Week.
Oh, let's get it, baby.
It's Throwback Thursday, right?
Hey, that's even better.
Throwback Thursday, we got KP's Classic Clip of the Week. Featured in this week's Classic Clip of the Week is the one and only Young Swag, y'all.
Oh, hey, here we go.
Many years back, when Young Swag turned 21, he was nowhere else but Salisbury, Maryland at Brew River for college night on another Thursday, all right?
Dude, it's been like, that was 3 years ago?
It might have been more years. I'm really bad with memory and stuff like that, but it was about 3 or 4 years. But check out how lit he was getting, man, in Salisbury. Young Swag from Wild 'N Out.
Let's go, baby!
I mean, absolutely packed club in Salisbury. He didn't think we were going to turn up like that, but we absolutely did. Let's play it one more time with a lower volume. He was in
those-
heaven.
Those Thursdays were wild back then, boy.
White girls.
That was pre-COVID. That had to be pre-COVID or right after COVID at one point.
Yeah. Brew River never could recover from COVID, it seemed. But man, they took the glory days from us. This is what Brew River used to look like.
Every Thursday and Tuesday, baby.
Every walk of life from Salisbury just coming together and partying hard, man. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, I hear you.
And that's Cash on the mic. That's
Oh, that was Cash?
Yeah.
Oh, man. You know the times are changing when that man grabs the microphone.
Yeah, come on, let's go. Because if you don't know, normally it's me on the mic, but, Cash, he's great on the mic, one of the best DJs to ever do it. Last one. But, yeah, I love that clip. That's KP's Classic Clip of the Week, guys. We had Young Swag in Salisbury turning up. I definitely represented the city in a great light. We had that club turned 10 out of 10 turned.
That was a great time. And, like, you got one of your favorite comedians out there, too, at the time, too.
Yeah, Mark Norman.
Yeah, Mark Norman. Yeah.
Man, I've done some big things in the city. And, yeah, I booked no other than Mark Norman a few years back. That was really, really a blessing. I can't believe he came to the city. Burt Kreischer coming on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, that's going to be insane.
Yeah.
You know how much he
Jack
talks
Armstrong already got tickets. Shout out to my buddy Jack.
Hey, Jack. What's
and
up,
it's already
buddy?
sold out, which is good. Salisbury, you need to sell out these events. So when we get something like that, a national touring, worldwide touring event, you got to sell it out.
Yeah, you got to encourage it to keep on coming back every time we get the opportunity.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he has Mark Norman open up for him. Because they're good buddies.
Oh, wow. That'll be dope, too. I wonder, are they going to influence any, like, local comedians, like, opening up for that show that you heard of?
Probably not. But, hey, when I booked Mark Norman, I had the local guys on that show.
Hey, shout out
Hell
John
yeah.
Dayton and my boy Mila from back in the day, too.
John Dayton. We had, who now lives in Chicago, Adam Addis was on the show.
Yep.
Remember Adam Addis?
Yeah, I actually graduated high school with Adam. I've known him for a long time.
Oh, you
Great
did?
dude.
I mean, he's really good. He's really getting good. He had a bit the other day that really had me cracking up. And so did John Dayton. You ever heard John Dayton's bit about John Cougar Mellencamp?
Oh, yeah.
Have you seen that clip?
I remember that, too.
That clip
was
is actually
hilarious.
really funny. Sucking on chili dog. Stop fucking doing that, all right? You're freaking out everybody. All right, let's keep it moving, y'all. Sports. Kenny, you like sports, right?
Oh, man. You know, I could talk about hours on end about sports any time of the day, baby.
Let's start with the sports section, guys. We're getting warmed up. It's KP in the morning. Let's check in on the chat one more time. We got NSP Rail in there, and Christian is still supporting the show. Guys, hop in the chat. I know a lot of you probably use AT&T, and you can't watch the show right now because of the outages, but hop in the chat if you're on Team Verizon, or if you're just watching on your TV, or if you just want to say hello, y'all. This is KP in the morning. Let's get active.
I was going to say, how did AT&T go out before Boost Mobile?
Is Boost still around? That was a cool.
Man, I still see that shop over by Acme all the time.
You're
like
right. I do
Crest
see the
13.
sign. Like I definitely see the logo around.
You know who used to manage that back in the day? Manny, you saying fake friends that you made.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I
he used
think
to
I knew
manage
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Manny. Hopefully he's still making music. He had some good stuff.
Man, fake friends? Oh, man, that was a banger.
And Fake Friends was good. And Body of a Goddess, another good one from
Oh,
Manny.
yeah, I forgot about that one, too.
All right. Since no one's in the chat right now, we're going to make my screen bigger so Kenny can see some of this content. And we're going to get into this sports section. So let's talk about the All-Star game. And I just want to talk about how Luka was like literally a circus performer at the All-Star game. Did you see the stuff he was doing?
I caught bits and pieces of clips. I was just more shocked of how easily the East dominated. And
They scored 211 points.
And it's wild because, you know, when you and me were growing up watching the All-Star game, people actually had defense. Like, I saw, like, they posted a throwback clip of the 0-1 All-Star game of how Kobe got, like, the last 6-8 buckets from Marbury on him.
And that's a good segue, too, because I got this clip pulled up, too. Check this out. This is the East celebrating winning the 2001 All-Star game.
That's exactly what I was watching, too.
Yeah, and just look how different it is. Look how much they care.
Yeah, they're competing every time.
Look at them
every
celebrate.
possession.
Bench clearing celebration. They are literally flexing.
AI, Vince Carter. Not
The-
Wallace.
The sting of
Chris
defeat
Webber.
is on the other team's faces. You know what I mean? You don't see this anymore.
Yeah, I get trying to preserve your top tier talent, especially all-star caliber players, but if you're asking a fan or somebody who genuinely loves basketball, you want defense.
Yeah.
And
you
like-
want competitive nature. right? That's
Exactly.
what drama is. Competing. That's what that's what drama is. That's what people like seeing on the TV.
It's like great. Like I can appreciate like okay, a couple logo threes, like bouncing alleys, like all that great stuff, but showmanship.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, is like the game has another side to it. Like the Bad Boys era, or again the '04 Pistons. So we're talking straight up defense and great, get in your mouth and like just take it. Pause and like, but
Pause.
we got.
That happens so often. I had to make a button.
I love that, by the way. I can only imagine.
But like you were saying, like the showmanship is also important, and Luka was showing that in the warm-ups. Check out just the talent of this guy. So he's calling bounce. Too good, right?
Dude, he's insane. And like, am I the only one that noticed like a lot of controversy like sitting with him?
No, I haven't noticed
like,
any.
It's just his genuine reactions. So, because all right, everybody likes to joke around about Nikola Jokic just being so very short and sweet. Like, hey, I want to go home. I want to
Yeah.
I want to hang out with my horses. Luka's kind of like the same demeanor because like they did a skit of when he came to the All-Star game. It was like that Key and Peele where he's
Wow.
like dapping up everybody. He's
Oh,
like,
really?
hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? Hey, bring it in, brother.
Yeah.
And he only did that with the European players,
Yeah.
and it was pretty funny. So I just
And actually, you set me up with another great segue, man. You're doing great because, yeah, they were great friends at the All-Star game. These guys are definitely vibing. Check these two out. Messing with each other the whole time. Eastern European fellas, they feel comfortable with each other. It makes sense. They kind of got similar cultures. Are they both from what? Where are they from? Serbia, right? Serbia
I wanna
for Luka and Jokic.
I think Jokic is Serbia
He's
or
throwing the ball at the back of his head.
maybe Latvian.
That could be. I think Serbia for Luka, and then it might be Serbia for Jokic as well. And
Oh
did-
my God!
Did you see that?
That touch pass was insane.
No dribbling, just passing back and forth, just with your buddy. They got to get on the same team before it's said and done. Please, let's
Oh
do
my
it.
God, that would be maniacal. Like their pacing would be unstoppable.
Yep.
If they had that presence on the floor.
He's pouring water on him. Now, what was that? A different language?
I want to say that's MF and whatever in Spanish or whatever.
And them just hugging like that.
Yeah, that goes back to the clip I was saying, like, hey, brother, hey, bring it in, bring it in.
And you ever seen that clip of him and DeAndre Jordan kissing on the bench? I mean, like not the real kiss, but like the European like cheek kiss. Yeah, like he's got his own. He's got his players doing that shit. Like he's bringing the culture to the. It's kind of insane to have that kind of influence.
Yeah, I remember the days like back, was it 09 Lakers when Powell and Kobe would be doing that like all the time with French? Like it goes back on that time where Kobe learned he learned French in a whole year just to talk crap to Tony.
I think, yeah.
Tony Parker.
Tony
Yeah,
Parker,
yeah.
because he was French. Yeah,
and
he
then
is French.
Tony Parker's mind blown. Is like, bro, you learned that fast?
And here's another great thing about the All-Star game, a little hypothetical. Should we just do the World versus the USA game instead?
At the rate we're going, it has to be done.
Because you know what? That would actually get them competing. They don't want to lose. They don't want the USA to lose to the world. I think that might actually get these guys competing, and I'd like to see it. And I got the world all the way. And, I love the USA, but look at that team world.
All right, if we go by prime,
If we go by prime, the USA
yeah,
wins.
yeah.
But they're all past prime, ain't they?
Yeah, I was gonna say LeBron. He's one year away from turning 40.
He's the oldest guy in the league.
Yeah, it's like 39.
It's like Biden running the country. It's like he's the oldest president ever, It's like, how can he be our captain? But I love LeBron. He's doing incredible things.
It is insane when you actually look at that world lineup because there's three players on that squad that are running like for the MVP candidacy right now.
And look, it's actually kind of laughable. That ain't the world lineup. You get Wemby out of there, you put Embiid in there, right?
Yeah, like 100%.
For sure.
Actually, I think even though Embiid's from Cameroon, he did declare himself for Team USA.
Oh, well, there we go. Well, good for
So-
you. We need you on the squad.
Yeah, exactly. Any help right now at the point?
Yeah, because but Anthony Davis is a good center for us.
100%. If he's healthy, he's a dog.
And Kevin Durant, very overrated right now. And the Minnesota guy, what's his name?
Anthony Edwards.
He is probably he might be top 2 in the league.
That's baby Jordan right now.
Yeah.
Like everything from his personality to calf sleeve, the demeanor is uncanny.
Yeah, everyone else getting old. I got Team World all the way.
Yeah, I see a couple gray hairs in that beard, Kev.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. I'd be looking forward
I'm playing.
to that.
Oh,
looking forward
man,
to
she
that.
is going to lose her mind. If you get that gray stripe down the middle, boy. Oh,
Hell
man.
yeah, she'd be loving that. Oh yeah, oh
Old
yeah.
Irish.
Shout out to the wifey. She's made some cinnamon rolls yesterday. It was so good. My Lord, I posted some pictures on my story. Hey, a little bit more basketball news. Check this out. This is like the future. Wilson's new, what's that, $2,500 airless basketball. Just plastic, and it bounces just like a regular basketball. That's nice, but price way too high, but very useful, huh?
First off, if you're wasting money on a basketball like that, like you're just bored. But I'm not. How about this? Not wasting or attempting that. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just curious of how, like, obviously it's scientific technology that's at work here, but like how that bounce feels, like
Yeah.
compared to regular basketball.
Because, like, yeah, I'd imagine, I can't believe this hasn't been tried sooner, because we've all remember the Super Balls back in the day
Oh,
that
my
we got
God.
from the arcade.
Yeah,
just
you
imagine one bigger and with the right weight and with the right bounce. I'm sure some scientists could figure it out.
That's one thing though. You always got hyped up with this kid. Is like, oh, I'm just about to launch this. Never
Yeah.
seeing that ball again.
I'm about
though.
to go into the middle of the street, right where that manhole is. I'm about to bounce this thing into space. Yeah. That was a good time.
Oh man.
And then hopefully it won't like bounce onto a car, create mayhem. But, that was the risk we took.
Yeah, and it was like that and those little rockets you would have to put together that had the parachutes inside.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Those were cool. And
Those are awesome too.
We got somebody in the chat saying, no, it's too early for a comparison, man. A great player, but baby Jordan, that's tough. Can't make that comparison until he wins clutch games and they go far in the playoffs to contend.
So I completely agree with your opinion on the playoff run because
They're number one seed, right?
Yeah, they're it's them or the Thunder right now.
Might as well just look it up.
I'll even throw in the Nuggets there. But I'm only saying comparison wise and his demeanor. Everything else I agree. Like they got to make it past that first round in the playoffs, and just like his overall actions. Like he even said something about gambling. Like I only gamble this much. If I don't make it, I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, I
that's
remember
the
seeing
same
that.
demeanor as Jordan
He's
had
at
in the last
10,000. If he loses that 10 grand, he's out.
Yeah, he's like, that's the
can
same
relate?
crap that Jordan was saying back during the
Oh my
last
gosh,
dance.
you're right. So he's a gambler too. Okay, yeah, I see the comparison. Yeah, and he looks like Jordan. He looks like Jordan
and
with
there's-
hair.
Exactly, and he's a little bit taller, but you don't see a two guard finishing at the rim like he was doing.
And he's on the number one seed right there. That's nice.
Oh, they are the number one.
Number one seed. Yeah, I can't really see it. Yeah, but they have the number one. So in the West, it goes Timberwolves, then it goes Thunder, that young squad of the Thunder.
I love that squad.
And my pick to come out of the West, even though, man, it's hard for me to go against the Nuggets, but right now I'm feeling the Clippers' energy. They're my pick to make it out of the West.
Can we just agree, like,
And I haven't liked James Harden in a long time. I think all those bozos, who's his name? Paul George, and Kawhi and Russell Westbrook never seemed to click, but right now they are clicking.
So, can we just be in agreement that squad tried to get together like 4 or 5 years ago? Immediate decline, ban. That Adam Silver would have hit the big red
For
button
which
on
squad?
that.
For the current Thunder?
Clippers.
Or the Clipper, yeah.
But come on, you have. I'm not sure if Paul George won MVP, but I know he was definitely a candidate at one point. You got Westbrook, Harden, former MVPs. You got Kawhi, former 2-time champion.
It's amazing what they got on that team. Yeah.
It's insane, and I agree completely with you what you said about James Harden. Man was becoming like a problem child anytime he was not happy with his squad.
People talk bad about Russell Westbrook, but Harden and Durant have become more annoying than Westbrook for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. And everybody wanted to throw shade at Brody a lot of the time, but like Westbrook, like dude, he broke Big O's record, the triple-double record.
I literally used to tell people like that record would never be broken. Like 5 years ago, be like, no one's ever going to do that many triple doubles. But honestly, Jokic is kind of coming for him, even though it's going to be many years in the future.
Yeah.
But I can't believe Russell broke that. And he broke that as a Wizard. Shout out to Russell Westbrook for putting up with the Wizards bullshit for that 1 year and breaking the record in Washington.
The overall record, and that MVP season of most games with the MVP, that was Big O's record.
And he's just widening the gap. Yeah, Russell Westbrook, he is one of the greatest to ever do it. And of course, it's a tragedy that big three could not stick together.
I remember that Warriors game. I was in my buddy's living room watching with his dad, and just like they were up 3-2 against the Warriors in home in OKC, and then Kevin Durant it was something about the inbound, if I'm not mistaken, because they also had Ibaka.
I remember they had a big, long straightaway three from Kevin Durant, and he missed it. I remember that. Ibaka, too. Yeah, they had a great squad, my Lord.
And then everybody knew if you're going into Oracle Arena in Game 7 against that hot of a Warriors team at the time, it was a wrap.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's there's a lot of what-ifs, right, in NBA history. I think that's number one.
Yeah, what if Gilbert never brought that pistol?
Yeah, that's a big what if. And I mean, here's some more what ifs. Like, remember Stephon Marbury and Kevin Durant? I mean, Kevin Garnett started on the same team.
Oh my god,
That was a big what if.
Gary Payton and Karl Malone on the Lakers with Shaq.
Oh yeah, and I was actually going to bring that up when you brought up Adam Silver vetoing trades. I think that ever since
the CP3 Dwight Howard one.
Ever since those, because like there's been a lot of super teams that have not done well. So why should he even care? Because Karl Malone, CP3, Kobe Bryant, Shaq did not win the championship.
Yeah.
Steve Nash, Dwight Howard,
and Kobe,
Paul did not win the championship. Didn't even come close. Didn't even win games, basically.
Which Paul are you talking about?
Pau Gasol,
Oh,
right?
Paul.
Oh, yeah, my bad. I kind of said Paul.
Yeah, I was like, Paul. I was like, when was Pierce on the Lakers?
Because that was the one that got vetoed, is the Chris Paul trade.
Yeah, Chris Paul. Yep. And another, while we're on here too, the biggest flop was that 2013 Brooklyn Nets. It's the first Brooklyn Nets team.
Oh, my gosh.
Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Brooke Lopez, and Darren Williams.
Oh, yeah, that was the squad.
That was a squad that just did not.
And then Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and Kevin Durant. Oh, did you see what they did too? It was really funny. So Kevin Durant returns to Brooklyn, and they do a tribute video.
Oh, that man, I know exactly.
And it was completely in jest. He didn't want it because, of course, they did fucking nothing. So it was like an ironic, sarcastic tribute video. Like, look what y'all did. Absolutely nothing. That was annoying, right?
Ooh, I thought I was about to burp on the mic there for a second. I was like holding that coffee.
Oh, and Teddy said he agreed with you on that, by the way. And he also said the Thunder. And then Monica said, KP will be coming your way with 3 of my artists. I'm pretty sure one of them is already established with you. The Gifted One. Oh, shout out to the Gifted One. Great gospel singer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Right. And that's a great genre that's coming back in a big way. Where's the gospel singers? Sometimes you need that good vibe in your life.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little soul.
Absolutely. Get that Lord in you. All right. And we got some more sports. Hey, there was the high school championship. The Bayside Championship took place, and it was Cambridge took home the championship this year.
Oh, wow.
Cambridge, what is it, South Dorchester? Isn't that what it's called?
I believe you are right. I've only been in Cambridge, like actually hung out in Cambridge like once or twice.
I was with you. Remember that? You walked to
right.
McDonald's. This motherfucker walked to McDonald's.
Well, dude, I was hungry, my boy. And that was
in Cambridge on like what, a Friday night at like midnight?
Yeah.
You were wild.
The club wasn't even lit yet, and I was just like, yo, y'all want some burgers?
And you came back with the goods too. Some McDoubles. It was great.
Oh man, yeah. Who did
it was it was a hookah bar.
DJ Lynx, the guy
Lynx was involved. Yeah. Shout out to Cambridge. They got some good stuff going on over there. But yeah, it's kind of dangerous walking to McDonald's at midnight on a Friday in Cambridge.
Man,
but
I did not get
this guy pulled it off. But yeah, there was the Bayside Championships, and Cambridge won. Looks like a nice event. And I think they played Stephen Decatur.
I've been hearing a lot about Decatur sports lately. The wrestling, basketball, football.
Didn't they win the state championship in football?
Yeah, they did too. Yeah. They were just on fire.
And look at them, feeling good. They got that kid with the big hair.
If anything, the head of that athletic department, give that man a raise and get him in the college system already.
Yep.
Because whoever that guy is, he's been doing great things. It's evident.
Do you know that Andre Foreman went to Stephen Decatur?
Oh, I had no idea.
Because, he's the all-time leading scorer in Division III basketball. And it's not even close. He has 3,000 points. Second place has 2,000 points.
Oh, wow.
And he went to SU, and he went to Stephen Decatur. Most points in Division III history.
He got drafted, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I don't think so. Just overseas. Yep.
Okay. Because that name definitely rings a bell. I guess just from being like a local legend. That's probably where I've heard it from.
Oh, Troy's in the chat. Bro, I told the McDonald's story the other day. He came back completely covered in sweat.
I didn't remember me being sweaty.
Was it summer? Must have been summertime.
It had to be summertime. I was just, man, y'all boys dragged me around everywhere. I was trying to learn my best, and I was hungry.
Yeah, he was the intern. It was like, go get us the coffee. Yeah.
All right, here's your McDoubles, master. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and Teddy says Decatur is tough. What's up, Teddy? We're still in the sports section. This is a lot of fun, Kenny. Thanks for coming by, man.
Oh, of course. Thanks for having me, brother.
And Wemby, he did the Space Jam in real life. We've all been waiting for it. He did the Space Jam. Some people do the Monster Mash. Some people do the Space Jam, if you're Wemby.
His reach is unreal.
I guess here's what actually happened.
Dog.
And I'm thinking to myself, if he actually dunks this shit, I'm going to get out of my chair and just leave the building.
Man,
But nah, he doesn't dunk it.
I feel bad for modern day centers with
Yeah, who
normal
is that?
reaches. That is
The Magic?
that is Mo Wagner.
Oh, okay, I've heard of Mo Wagner.
Yeah, so he's starting to have a come up year. He's the second year. His brother Franz has been really good on the defensive side of the ball.
These
too.
European whites are having a great
Yeah,
year.
no, and his brother is right there on the team with him. That's really cool to always
Mm-hmm.
mention. And like that Magic team has been stepping up in a big way. They're going to make playoffs, and not this year, but next year they're going to make a deep run. I'm calling
Yeah,
it.
I mean, it's about to become a stereotype. White Europeans can play basketball. It's crazy. Yeah.
And I'm going to call this right now on this podcast. The next dynasty in the NBA is going to be the Thunder.
The Thunder, okay, yeah, I see that.
Because
But it could also be the Nuggets.
I've been saying
They could
that too
win.
for a long
They
time.
could win 2 more in a row and just call it a quick dynasty and just say we're done.
Yeah, exactly. Because
Yeah.
like really, I want Jamal Murray every day of the week.
Yeah, Jamal Murray and Jokic. Whew.
There is not a better postseason point guard.
And who's that? Who's that like power forward guy that they have? Aaron Gordon. Is that it?
Don't forget my boy Michael Porter Jr.
Michael Porter Jr. Hell yeah, love
That
the
man
team.
just got 186
Christian Braun.
mil extension.
Christian Braun, the winningest kid ever.
Yeah, he stepped up out of nowhere during the finals.
All
and
he
made it
does
back
is
to
win,
the
win,
Cubs.
win, no matter what. You know
That's
about
right.
his record?
Yeah, he got the high school title,
2 high school titles,
got the college title,
college title,
and then
NBA title.
In his first year as a rookie, he
Yeah.
just gets the championship. Like, that's just a good luck charm.
Yeah, I just want to be around him and see what the vibe is like. I'm sure it's immaculate.
Just starts his day off with Fruit Loops and just does the most sane regimen.
Oh, I thought this was fun. George Karl is not a Carmelo Anthony fan. Did you know that? Speaking of the Nuggets,
I love Melo.
dude, look at these shots fired here. He goes, "Happy birthday to the champ," talking to Jokic, the ultimate team guy and the greatest player to ever wear 15 in Denver hoops history. Just throwing the shade.
Yeah, and Melo put on his podcast too. I forgot the gentleman that he has on there.
And that was embarrassing when he complained about that because everyone knows he don't deserve it like Jokic deserves it, right? Or what do you think? We can disagree on this. Yeah.
The history that Melo had in Denver, I will say out of respect, they should have did something with his number, like probably told Jokic when he first got there.
Mm-hmm.
That's the disrespectful part, is the fact that you got this 6th round center that nobody knows.
Yep.
Now we're in today's time. Obviously, like, all right, hey, great, one of the greatest centers of all time.
So yeah. So you're thinking maybe in hindsight they go, okay, to the 6th rounder who got picked during the Taco Bell commercial, maybe you don't take Carmelo's number.
Yeah,
yet.
but
Maybe
they were
wait
just
on that.
nonchalant, and like that's where Carl was just like, all right, because Melo wanted out of Denver, and that's why he went to the Knicks, and the rest was history. So I could imagine there still be a little resentment there, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right.
But at the end of the day, I wouldn't even, man, you could take offense, you cannot take offense. Like, Jokic is going to be one of the greatest centers of all time.
Yeah. Well, for the way I see it, I've always been against like people getting their jerseys retired. They never won a championship. They never even went to the finals. They were just like that team's best player at the time. It's like that's just honoring mediocrity to me. You know what I mean? And Jokic, he's got a championship now. He's got 2 MVPs. He should have had 3. Let's all get real. Should have had 3. And man, it's like the legacy. He's leaps and bounds above Carmelo Anthony.
And
I don't think there's any conversation with like that number is not yours anymore, dude.
I would like that's what I'm agreeing with you is like now, hands down. it's Jokic's number.
What was Carmelo's team? The Knicks.
And hey, that's my team too. I love the Knicks.
But really, it was the Nuggets. It was 50-50, but it was kind of the Knicks.
So yeah, like that's why you got to say it one of 2 ways: braid Melo, Nuggets; fade Melo, Knicks. It's like because you remember he always had the braids when he was playing with AI, JR, and Kenyon Martin.
Yeah. Carmelo had AI in town. They didn't do anything with that squad.
Well, AI was on his way out at that time too.
Yeah.
And then
that was a fun squad though.
Man, I know you loved it, especially you were playing high school ball at the time, just watching Melo and Bron go at it.
Oh, man.
Bron was his first run to Cleveland.
You know my favorite fact about the Carmelo and LeBron rookie season? LeBron won Rookie of the Year, right? Carmelo won every single Rookie of the Week that year.
I remember that.
That's a real stat.
That is, yeah. And that
every
was
week the
wild.
NBA does the Rookie of the Week. LeBron did not. Carmelo won every single week that year, and LeBron still got Rookie of the Year, though.
And that was just, I want to say, was that just because I
might have been Rookie of the Month, but it was something like that.
I completely agree because at that time, like Melo was a better scorer, but everything else LeBron just dominated in.
Yep. Yep. And Teddy's in here really saying a lot. This is awesome. And Jayla says, hey, KP. What's up, Jayla? That's our Cypher champion. She won $200.
Hey,
on
congratulations,
episode
girl.
62.
Hey.
And Teddy's got a lot to say. He says he was way better than Detlef. Are you talking about Detlef Shrimp? This guy definitely knows about the basketball or the NBA. If he's talking about Detlef Shrimp, he was an old European white that played for the Seattle Supersonics. So
yeah,
maybe
I was going to say that name completely went over my head. I remember, was it Pitchovic for the Kings?
Oh, Petrovic.
Yeah, it was.
And Pedro Stojakovic. That's Stojakovic. But Petrovic was another European white that was a really good shooter.
I'm so happy you were here right now because I was going to butcher every pronunciation of those names 100%.
I mean, all those types of names, they've been balling for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
Stojakovic, Petrovic, Jokic, George Mirasan, Sabonis. And Sabonis.
Yeah, Sabonis' father.
Arvydas Sabonis is the dad, and the son is now dominating on the Kings.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Domantas
Sabonis.
Yeah, dominating Domantas.
And he leads the league in triple doubles right now.
Did you see? I was gonna say because he's averaging a double, and he got snubbed from the All Star.
Yeah, he. Okay, get this. So Sabonis, he is third in the MVP voting. He is number one in triple doubles, not an All Star. How funny is that?
That was crazy. Yeah, because that was from.
That's what fan voting does to you.
Yeah,
they got to get more fans in Sacramento. Come on, what are you doing?
If Jokic doesn't get MVP.
Mm-hmm.
I've been seeing this guy for the last 3-4 years, SGA all the way,
the
Thunder.
Yeah,
but if not,
I could see SGA winning it. It's a toss up right now.
It is and I just want to know, going back on Luka. Luka keeps getting tossed around there. They keep putting Giannis over Luka, but Luka's averaging almost a triple double as well.
Dude, I mean, he's scoring in bunches. It's insane. Him and Kyrie, great squad.
I knew that a lot of people were saying two ball dominant players can't work, and I kept on telling people
it's gonna work. Kyrie is such an egoless player right now. He don't care. You can just feel it with him.
I love
in the best way possible. He don't care.
Yeah, I love the Kyrie we're seeing. He's a family man now. He's been trying to.
He's laid back. He got no pressure on himself whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just that 3-year stint where he was on Boston and Brooklyn, where he just had nothing but media attention. The world's flat.
Oh, and Teddy says Kyrie didn't get All-Star. Shake my head.
Man, there was just too much talent in the West this year, especially at that point guard position.
And my mom's bringing up Caitlin Clark. She is the all-time female scoring leader in college female basketball.
I love her. I am tired of seeing about Caitlin Clark. Could somebody else in the women's basketball start dominating?
I can't get enough.
She can't
Those logo threes. She really is incredible, man.
I know Sabrina played Steph in that 3-point contest over the All-Star weekend. They should have got Caitlin Clark.
They should have put her in there. That would have got ratings. Damn.
Come on.
And shout out to Steph Curry for going, yeah, I'll do it. And I'm going to beat her, too.
The man made 100 threes in a row.
Not a lot of other people would have done that.
Oh.
Not a lot of other people would put their whole reputation on the line. Steph really did that. I got a lot of props to Steph Curry. He really, truly is the best shooter of all time. He showed
warmed
everybody.
up the day before, the weekend before, with 100 shots, and he didn't miss a single one.
And here's what I'll say about Sabrina. Props to her. She shot the NBA distance.
I did not watch that contest, and that's
because the females they have a step in. They got about 2 feet, maybe 1 foot closer their 3-pointer. She shot the full NBA distance, but she did use a WNBA ball, which is
I was
going
to ask how the ball, because they're
and not enough people were asking that question. That was the first question that came to my mind. Well, what ball are they using, and what distance is she going to be shooting?
Yeah, because if Curry's using a WNBA ball, I'll give him full court range at that point. He ain't gonna miss.
But isn't that so classic? I mean, and it was on the strange court. It was a light up LED court. There was lights everywhere, very distracting. And Curry said, "I don't care. I'm the best shooter on the planet. Of course, I'm going to win." Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark should have been involved because that would have been a lot of fun, right?
Oh, yeah. Also, we're talking about shooting forms. I don't know if you have the clip. Did you see the ref make fun of Tyrese
that was
Haliburton?
Hilarious.
Oh, my.
That was hilarious.
He's like, hey, I need you to call a good game. Hey, I need you to stop just flailing your arms around. Like, how'd he do it again? It just looked like he was dislocating his elbow the whole time.
Yeah. What was it, Haliburton?
Yeah, Halburton, and I am not good at spelling like that.
Was that the All-Star game?
Yep. It was trending for a while. It was hilarious. I was watching them play back. Yep, that's it.
Just do your job. What's my job? Let me show you. Yeah, he got a crazy form. I had this problem growing up in high school, And I figured it out, but I guess Halliburton can't.
I was just like straight up push the ball, and then I had to like force myself.
A lot of kids have this issue. I definitely had it. My brother can tell you. Like something about my elbow just came in this way. You know, I'd be facing this when my elbow's in here. I don't know. Some kids just have that issue. I don't know. But yeah, that was a great clip. You're right. I saw that.
I wonder if it's just like a force of habit of not trying to launch the ball in a certain way, and that's why just trying to keep that elbow tucked in. Like,
yep.
Because, you know, they always teach you make that T with your thumbs.
Well, I mean, just think about it. The best thing you can do for a basketball shot is to be consistent. So, like, you want a perfect right angle between the elbow, and you want your fingers to be facing the hoop.
See them triceps, boy.
Right? Yeah. You know what I mean? And then you want that shot to be the same every time so you get the same results every time. All right? We're big shooters. The Palmers are big shooters. Shout out to Greg Palmer.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've hooped with him a couple times, and then when I first met your brother was years ago in the gym, just at Pier when they had the basketball court. I was like, "You got something familiar about you." Yeah. And I saw him play. I was like, "Hey, are you Kevin's brother?" Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah. He led the NCAA in 3-point percentage his senior year at SU. Not a lot of people have that plaque in their bedroom. All right, we're moving on in the sports section. This just caught my eye: Johnson versus Johnson. You ever seen such a thing? I just thought that was funny. I don't know, straight up.
All right. If Johnson & Johnson does not sponsor this, they're
Sponsored by
dropping
Johnson
the ball.
Johnson. They couldn't find another guy for Johnson or Johnson. I've never
Johnson with
seen
the left hook. Oh, snap. A fly knee from Johnson.
Yeah.
By God, Johnson's all over Johnson.
Like I've never seen that in the UFC. It just made me chuckle. Like, I guess they couldn't find anybody else for Johnson to fight. But
That's hilarious, actually.
I got Johnson. I got all my money on Johnson. Push all your chips into Johnson, okay? He's got this.
So this is going to kind of revert back, and I'm talking about commentating wise. Mm-hmm. Everybody has a couple of their favorite commentators. I can't really name a couple. I can just distinguishedly tell their voices. The Irish guy who always does UFC or boxing.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say the commentator for the Charlotte Hornets.
Oh, my God. Everyone loves him.
I
It's a good
wish
point.
so much that he would go in MMA or
like,
boxing.
He just yells.
LaMelo!
Yeah.
Like all those crazy reactions. I was like, dog, get into combat sports, please. Because I would, just to hear him talk would be incredible. And like, get your boy Joe Rogan on there.
Oh, yeah. Joe is a great commentator. I like, Jeff Van Gundy is one of my favorite commentators. I used to like Mark Jackson back in the day.
Oh, Mark Jackson was funny too. And then the gentleman for the Knicks, Leon Rose. Not Leon Rose. Oh, I can't believe him.
Oh, I mean, did you ever watch Wizards games back in the day? This guy, Steve Buckhantz, greatest, most underrated announcer ever. Dagger!
Yeah, no,
you ever heard that before?
Yeah, every time with Gil.
Great call. Anytime Gil hit a game winner or anybody took the soul out of our team, he would still yell Dagger. Or he'd be like, God damn it, it's a Dagger. Steve Buckhantz, one of my favorites ever.
That's dope, man. Like, yeah, commentating or commentary, just.
But you're right. This guy is incredible.
Of the game last night. Irving upset, didn't get the call. Oh my goodness!
How do you do?
There's some where he really, truly loses his mind. You know, let's see where the biggest peak is. There's a big peak right here. Let's see what this one is.
You know he loves his job.
This should be good.
Oh my goodness! Didn't see that coming.
But yeah, that's fun stuff. Thanks for bringing that one up. You know, this is basically like a sports show. This is fun that we're vibing right now.
Yeah, no, this is a fun time. I've been wanting to talk with you in a minute. It's been a while.
Yeah, man. So we covered Johnson versus Johnson. What's the next up on the sports section here? Okay, yeah. I saw this graphic, and this is one of my favorite players. Johnny Stockton, boy.
Man, there's two things in this world you can guarantee with Kevin Palmer. Now, three. He's going to do his podcast. He's going to mix some music. Mm-hmm. And he's going to stick with John Stockton to the day he dies.
Dude, if you don't know about John Stockton, you got to get hip. He's one of the greatest players ever, one of the most underrated players ever. So check out these stats right here, because I give LeBron his praise. The most durable player of all time. Or is he, though? Look at the numbers, y'all. John Stockton, they both have played 19 seasons. Oh, I guess in their first 19 seasons. LeBron has actually played, 21? So LeBron has more seasons, but in their first 19 seasons, look at how many more games he played. Look how fewer games he missed. Only one shortened season versus 3. Never missed the playoffs in his entire 19-year career. And he played all 82 games, 16 out of 19 seasons.
Yeah, and John Stockton is the definition of other than Magic Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
Back on Johnson & Johnson.
Yeah, right. And just so you know, he's the all-time leader in steals, and he's the all-time leader in assists, and it's not even close.
You know who might be coming up on that steals record is another young white boy, T.J. McConnell.
Really?
I know for a fact that I saw him pop up as just creeping up of the steals numbers. Like him and Jose Alvarado for the Pelicans, they're just dogs when it comes to ripping the ball.
Well, check out the numbers here. I want to show you how dominant John Stockton really is. So here, he has the most steals all time, 3,265. Second place is Jason Kidd, 2,600. He has 800 more steals than the second place. And that's Jason Kidd. And same thing with NBA assists.
I was going to say, because Stockton still has an assist record. He has to.
Yeah, look, the assist, 3,000, almost 4,000 more assists than Jason Kidd in second place. No one's ever beaten that fucking record.
That record is...
Chris Paul, LeBron. LeBron.
I was going to say, if it's not Jason Kidd, Chris Paul had to be up there. But
these guys are retired down here. LeBron's going to retire in a couple years. No one's ever going to catch that record. But yeah, this is me just giving you some praise. John Stockton, man, salute to you.
Dude, that is insane. Doubt this. I think I know the answer to this, but does David Stockton, his son, still play for the Wizards?
And Teddy agrees. He says nobody.
Yeah,
but what did you say?
Is his son David Stockton still a Wizard?
David Stockton?
Yeah, he has a son that was in the league. He got drafted a couple years ago.
I had no idea. Cool.
Yeah, he was on the Wizards for a year or two, I thought.
Yeah, okay, cool. I think I heard about that. I think his son played for Gonzaga as well, just like John, but that's cool.
Yeah.
I bet he
didn't really achieve much. I think he's in the G League right now.
Yeah, probably. Probably not the most physically gifted.
That's the thing about dude, if your dad reached that peak, I felt so bad for Michael Jordan's sons. Because I know one of them had a really bad injury, and then he was potential, and then his other son went to D3.
Yeah.
And then but that being said, what are you guys' thoughts on Bronny?
Oh, Bronny? Yeah, I hope that he gets to play with his dad. He's not as good as some people make him out to be, but he's pretty good. He'll probably make the league.
I do see him making the league. I feel like we're in this weird generation gap where there's a lot of smaller bodies coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Mac McClung. He's not even 22, and he's still doing crazy athletic feats.
Yeah, and even the big guys are not that heavy, like Wemby, Chet, they're also skinny. Kevin Durant. These guys are skinny. They look like they're starving, emaciated.
Yeah, but it's just the craftiness, man. It's crazy to me.
Oh yeah, just a couple more John Stockton clips, then I'll get off the whole John Stockton thing. But this is a clip that caught my eye. This is amazing. This is another reason why I like him. He doesn't look like a basketball player, right? This is a clip of him. He was on the Dream Team, right?
Oh, yeah.
So he's on the Dream Team, and the Dream Team, it was like Michael Jackson. That's how big their stardom was.
I want to say this about the Dream Team. Isaiah Thomas got robbed.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
he did.
There was no reason Mullins should have been on that team. We all know MJ set that whole situation.
Well, when it comes to chemistry, maybe they wanted that shooter, but Isaiah the better player.
I will tell you straight up, it was Magic Johnson and MJ. They said it on Bad Boys. Magic Johnson openly admitted to it. I'm the reason why Isaiah Thomas is not on the Dream Team.
Wow.
Their beef was so peak because the Bad Boys were just mopping the floor in the mouth. But as you're saying,
well, consider this: the Dream Team could not go anywhere. They were mobbed by millions of fans, like Michael Jackson. But John Stockton, nobody even knew. Check this out. This is him just being a tourist with his family. He can act normal because nobody recognizes him.
Different from Michael Jordan walking through here. Hi.
Dude, my childhood just flashed back to me.
Watch this.
Wonderful.
Why, thank you.
You like the Dream Team, huh?
She's wearing a shirt.
This
He's
guy-
on her
he's a
shirt.
hell of a player. See, you got all the players right there on your shirt. Is Charles the only one you've ever seen? Hey guys, do you know any of those guys on there?
Talking to his family. That's Daddy, they're saying.
Who's that?
Point to himself on her shirt.
Too bad he's not here. I do, yeah.
I play on the Dream Team.
Nobody ever recognized you. I hate this. I can't go anywhere without being bugged.
He's a funny guy, too. Yeah, I always love that clip.
That's That's actually amazing. And
But I wish they showed a clip to kind of show you the contrast of the other guys on the Dream Team. They couldn't even get off the bus. It was like they would get swarmed.
yeah, it was like the big three was MJ, Bird, and Magic. Like,
And Teddy says that's why Isaiah still doesn't like MJ till this day. Yeah.
that, hey, Teddy, Teddy, I'm not even sure you are, Teddy, but hey, you've been on the money, man.
He has. He's going to be our number one sports analyst here on the show. We got a few more things in sports, guys. Sports have been going great. What do we got here? Okay, we're off of John Stockton. Oh, yeah, one more thing on John Stockton. They asked Wilt Chamberlain if he could draft one person in the history of basketball to start a team with, who would it be? He said it'd be John Stockton. All right. There was a big fight. Did you see this fight that happened in college? Always got to show you the brawls.
Oh,
This was a pretty big one.
Here we go.
Pretty big one.
Really not good. We've got
Oh, they swinging.
They really are swinging.
Oh my goodness.
Really hate to see it, man. Who wants to swing at someone's head like that? What happened? What could have happened? What did he say? Your team
Yeah,
sucked?
I need to know what led up to
Yeah.
this ordeal because
The coaches are trying to break it up. In high school, if I'm a coach, I try to break it up. In college, it ain't worth my pain, my injury. These are college athletes. I'm not breaking that up.
they're hot.
And they are dead set on hurting each other. I think I would just go to the locker room. Dead set on hurting each other.
All right, so we see the after. Do you got the before? Because I'm really curious of like
Yeah. Oh, man, look at this. Okay, he's holding back.
he's
holding
holding
back.
like, oh,
Has blood on
Oh,
his
no.
face.
Blood on his
Still
face.
got guys that
Yikes, man.
to the locker room.
Fans aren't even there.
Everyone's still rallying here.
Close game, too.
We need to get
Oh, my God. And look, it was a Christian college, the Incarnate Word. The Incarnate Word is the name of the college. Y'all just put a black eye on your school.
what was such a great game.
You should have turned the other cheek is what they should have done. Should have turned that. Should have just said, hit me here. What it says.
that is actually hilarious.
Yeah. Okay, a new tip-off strategy has dropped, Kenny. I'm excited to bring this to you.
Oh,
All
wait,
right.
just let the ball drop.
Check this out. This guy is a genius. I've never seen anyone do this. What do you think about this clip?
See, but what the fuck?
Amazing.
Oh my goodness, he turned.
Dude,
So-
when did he come up with this?
So
All you do is a fake jump. You go to right where he's tipping the ball. You let him tip the ball. You go right where he's tipping the ball.
you know who would have killed with that kind of play style would be John Wall.
Yeah.
You put John
yeah.
Wall or Westbrook.
I remember scoring off tip-off was always the littest thing you could do, especially in high school because
That's a
Yeah.
genius, and also for the entire time, I thought there was like a universal, like unspoken rule about
right.
like
That's
you can't cross the line unless the ball goes on your side
Yeah.
or et cetera, et cetera. Like that.
yeah. I wonder where that took place.
I mean,
Is this this isn't local? Is it? No.
I was about to say that looks reminiscent of Why. But like
They got a fractured prune advertisement. Where else do they have fractured prune in this country?
it's SC too. Actually,
That's like semi-local, right? Fractured prune.
it's actually a chain because I've seen there.
Uh-huh.
I
Great
saw
donuts,
one in
great
South
fucking
Carolina.
donuts, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Some of the best donuts ever.
Also, real quick, so I just took a trip down.
yeah,
First
let's get
time
into your
ever
trip, man.
South Carolina,
Yeah.
and I want to go in the chicken tender game,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, they got all the tendies in the world down there in the South.
and I want to know, everybody, what is so good about Zaxby's? I thought
Wow,
it was
my wife
terrible.
is obsessed with Zaxby's. I don't think it's the greatest, right? It's a bunch of saucy wings, right?
And all that, like, what's so special about the sauce? It was, I don't know if it's my palate again.
I'm anti-sauce. You know, I don't do the Buffalo Wild Wings. I'd rather go to a different wing place. And yeah, Zaxby's might be a little overrated. My wife really likes Zaxby's, though.
I like that. There was like a Zaxby's around every corner. I'm like, what's so hype? So I got like a 3 tender basket fries. Okay, a little seasoned crinkle cut. I can appreciate, but that chicken was so dry, Kev.
Yeah.
Like I guess I got the bad batch. I don't know what I did, but there was a place called Ooey McGooey's, and again,
Never heard of that one.
it was a small one, and I will tell you, incredible.
Oh, Teddy says,
tenders.
bro, they are the best. No.
I'm gonna have to go with Raising Cane's over Zaxby's.
He just said Raising Cane's, though. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I got to get me some canes. I've never got any Raising Cane's. It's the talk of the world, it feels like.
I believe. Actually, why does Salisbury not have a Raising Cane's?
Exactly, right? Put that near the college.
Like, yeah,
It's
like
money, straight money.
That like because they have two across the bridge, right? There's one on College Park campus and there's one in Baltimore.
Okay, yeah, I want to get to one of these. I might have to make a trip. Damn, all that way for some chicken tenders. That doesn't feel right.
It may make a weekend, man.
Yeah, seriously. But I want to get there because my wife also loves Raising Cane's. It's a chicken tender revolution in this country.
It's like like Ooey McGooey's. They don't even do breakfast. They
I like
just straight tenders.
Bojangles. You know, I like a little bit of everything.
Man, I love me some Bojangles, player. Man,
Yeah.
don't-
I like a chicken biscuit in the morning from Bojangles is really nice. And a couple more things in sports here. Did you know that Nate Robinson needed a kidney? I just thought that was interesting. He's like got kidney failure. He goes through dialysis 4 hours 3 times a week looking for a kidney. So if you got one, donate it to Nate. I mean, he's a 3-time dunk champion. He was a fun player to watch. He would shoot long threes.
He was incredible, especially on the Knicks. Like
Yeah.
dude, fadeaway threes, dunking over people. Like when
he
he,
was
dunked on,
truly a flashy player.
did he dunk on? He dunked on Yao, right? Not Shaq. He dunked on Yao.
He dunked on everybody. I bet he dunked on Yao. Yep.
Because I remember that was a big thing on the highlight reel back in the day.
He had one of the best highlight reels you'll ever see, honestly.
Oh, 100%.
Like he had a lot of step back threes, a lot of driving to the hoop, crazy layups, crazy dunks. Nate was the man.
Muggsy Bogues set the pinnacle for point guards under 5'10".
Still the shortest guy to ever do it. 5'3", Muggsy Bogues, and he's from Baltimore. He is a Maryland hooper.
I never knew
He
that.
has a documentary. He has a tragic story. Muggsy Bogues has a fucking tragic story. You have to watch this documentary. It's amazing what he overcome as a 5'3" guy, and his life is absolutely tragic. And then he makes the NBA. Crazy. I
might
love
have
his
to do
story.
that. And it's like a core memory for me when I was a kid from Space Jam, where they're walking down the hospital.
And he's in
scene.
Space Jam. He's still getting
And
those
then
royalties. Yeah.
He's like talking to the doctors and all three, like Patrick Ewing. I forgot the other tall guy.
Sean Bradley.
Yeah, like they just all knocked their head on the door frame.
Oh,
It's like,
that's right. That's right. Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
Charles Barkley.
Charles-
Who else is a Space Jam Monstar?
Crap.
That might.
Mullins?
Larry Johnson was in there.
Yeah.
Remember Larry Johnson? LJ. He was a Nick. He's a Nick.
Yeah,
LJ.
yeah. Oh man, God, yeah, I forgot about that. He was a Nick for a while. That might have been with Charles Barkley and everybody else.
Ooh, I got a knockout of the week. Normally I get into this on Studio 2. This is a little much for the morning, but this was a crazy moment. This is one of my favorite. Talk about flashy guys. This guy, Michael Venom Page. You ever heard of him?
He crushed his skull.
He cracked the guy's skull with a knee too, and you got to see how he did it.
I got a headache from hearing that.
Right? This is the knockout, and it wasn't even a knockout. It's just a skull crack. The guy was conscious.
Spud Webb, my boy, I saw that.
Ooh,
yeah,
Spud Webb.
That was a good one.
Another small dunk champion. But check out this knockout of the week.
It's very hard to move. C, it's hard to breathe. So
Counter. It's a counter right here. How quick is this guy, Michael Venom Page?
Oh my!
then here, look at this.
Look at that. Look at the
Oh.
X-ray.
Would not have signed
Guys.
Bang.
And he's about to fight in a UFC coming up real soon. It's going to be a great matchup. This guy is going to make his UFC debut.
I'm pretty confident after receiving a strike like that, I'm retiring.
Retiring.
Like
Because,
you
I don't
caved
know.
in my skull.
Yeah.
Like I'm.
C, it's hard to breathe. So just about everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, there ain't no coming back from that, bro.
and
you got a metal plate now in your head, like that. That ain't worth it.
yeah, that guy has some of my favorite knockouts of all time. Look up on YouTube, Michael Venom Page.
I was gonna say, and you love yourself some Pereira or Miguel.
Oh, yeah, he's good.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
showboat, the guy that
I
loves
don't even
do
try to say their
cartwheels.
names. I literally just keep it in my head. Like the names
Hey,
of UFC is crazy.
you were on the money when it came to that Kings roster earlier from over
Oh
two.
yeah, I know my basketball though, man. Man, I grew up on that Sacramento team that faced the Lakers in the finals so many years, the Western Conference Finals.
Shout out to all my 2K people. Mike Bibby.
Mike Bibby was my guy, number 10. That was a fun team, yeah, Sacramento Kings.
That was an incredible team back in the day. Jason Williams.
Jason Williams. Oh my gosh,
My
one of the
chocolate
fun. Talk
baby.
about a highlight. That is my favorite highlight reel.
Did you I know you're about to go on something real quick, but
Oh,
it
you're
was
good.
back when Anthony Edwards was the number 1 ranked player. So Jason Williams is coaching like the McDonald's Classic with
Wow,
all the
really?
future talent. And then the guy who was running it, he actually walked. He came down from the nose, like the boxes, and he went up to him and he's like, "Hey, why is Anthony not starting?" He's like, "Who?" And he's like, "The number 1 player in the nation." He's like,
Wow.
"Oh, he's the number 1 player." Yeah, young black guy. Hey.
Get in there. Time out.
Hey, go in. He's like, "Are you sure, coach?" I was like, "You want to act humble now? Go in."
Yeah,
Like,
seriously, right? Wow.
They did a clip. I think that was on All the Smokes podcast with Matt Barnes. And
Yeah, Jason Williams has been on some podcasts, and he's a good guest.
My favorite up and coming one right now is the Roommates podcast. So my boys Jalen Brunson and Josh Hart.
Oh yeah, they seem fun. Yeah.
Josh Hart is hilarious.
Hart is really funny. He's had some funny moments on the court too.
Yeah, like his reactions, like
Yeah. They seem so just relatable. I don't know.
dude, that's playing college ball. Like they literally, him, Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, Ryan Arciniano, like he used to be a Wizard too. They all played on the Villanova squad, and now it's the Villanova Knicks
Okay.
going on right now. That's why it's.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
the Knicks finally got something to smile about, man. Shout out to the Knicks and all the fans who've been putting up with so much. They got a little bit to look forward to here.
Man, I got the heartbreaking news last night. It was on my feed that Julius Randle might need surgery
Ah, really?
for his dislocated shoulder that happened about a month ago, and I'm like, dog.
Damn.
We're staying resilient though. You're gonna find out by the end of the week, but
Yeah, you'll get a replacement or something. I feel strongly that Julius Randle won't upend the season. No.
yeah, and then on top of that, we got Mitchell Robinson coming back, OG Anunoby, the Knicks squad. This is the best my team's been looking in years. I've been a diehard fan since we had David Lee going into that Melo era, Linsanity to the post. Like, dude, the Wizards and the Knicks, man. Like, it's like
we've been putting up with some shit for a long time.
yeah, that's like, and it's funny too. They're never good at the same time.
Never.
The Knicks were going through large amounts of adversity when you guys were in the Eastern Conference Finals against a strong Cavs team.
Yep, and we definitely could have won that series too. It was so close. It was so
It was
close.
like 4-2, like 4-3. Is
Yeah,
like, it was
and
close.
LeBron won on the crab dribble. They called it the crab dribble.
crap.
Yeah, that's a crazy moment.
Man.
But yeah, Teddy's in there saying Jason Williams was a dog. He definitely was. Do you know Jason Williams and Randy Moss are from the same city? And that city has
they
like
play on the same
1,000
team.
people. Only had like 1,000 people in it. Yeah, they played it on the same high school basketball team and football team.
Yeah, because I think in that same podcast I referred to earlier, he was talking about his times tossing Randy lobs.
Yeah,
And I'm like these guys, there's a reason why they're pro athletes. They're doing both sports.
Hey, shout out to MBD Peso. This is KP in the morning. Hop in that chat. We're discussing some sports topics, y'all. And then Teddy just said, bro, I can really talk sports even though I'm a DJ. This is dope, though. Okay, yeah, DJ Smooth. Yeah, we're having a fun time. Thanks for joining us, Teddy, and MBD Peso. Everybody else, hop in the chat, share the live. I got one more thing in sports, y'all. This is just a little light, goofy thing. I love these moments that Tony Hawk always talks about because, kind of like John Stockton, like the clip I showed a little bit ago. This guy, no one ever thinks Tony Hawk is actually Tony Hawk because, like, he looks so unsuspecting. He looks like a regular dad.
Yeah, it's
looks
just
like someone that you just run into in the supermarket. So he has all these moments. Tony Hawk posted this on Twitter. Kid at skate park. Are you Tony Hawk? Me. I am. Him. No, you're not. Me. Okay, I'm not. Him. But are you for real? Me. I am for real. Him. I thought you'd look younger. Me. Me too. And there's all these moments. I just think they're so funny. TSA agent at the airport checking my ID. Hawk. Like that skateboarder, Tony Hawk. Me, exactly. Her, cool. I wonder what he's up to these days. Me, this. And they still can't catch on that they're talking to the man.
I mean,
Because you see a guy who looks like that, you're like, no way. This is a guy who looks like Tony Hawk. It's not him.
if I'm famous or this much of a legend, there is nothing more better than I would love just
To do this, right?
But like nobody knows who I am. I get to live like in.
Dude, he's at the drive-thru waiting for his order, looking at phone. Guy at window. You kind of look like Tony Hawk. Me, turning towards him, assuming he is in on the joke. Haha, cool. Him, looking disappointed. Well, from the side you do. Here's your food. Because it's like a full internet joke at this point. One more.
That's funny.
Guy approaches me while standing in line at coffee shop in Cancun, Mexico. My friend says you are a famous person. Is that true? Me, depends on your definition of fame. Him, will you show up on Google if I search your name? Yes. You are Tony Stark. So the guy thought he was Tony Stark. That's funny.
The stuff that he can do with skateboard is definitely fiction, but like that is.
Yeah, hey, I was a big Tony guy.
serenity.
That's a goat. That's the goat right there.
That is awesome.
We're out of the sports section, guys. We're going to keep flying through this. Kenny, thank you so much for coming through, man.
Of course, that gave me an idea. Next time we try this out, we should do a little fantasy draft just for the fun.
Oh,
of
fantasy
it.
draft? Yeah.
Like basketball, Matt, like We'll talk about it. We'll get some categories going on.
Yeah,
I got some ideas.
That'd be
real
fun.
for the
A
fans.
fantasy
Like,
league for everybody on this show would be fun. Yeah.
yeah, I was like, just list your top 5 like players in each position, just like talk away. But yeah, like you said,
Oh, and MBD Peso says Tony Hawk's so hated right now. Skateboarders, I heard, don't even look up to him like he's not the GOAT. He is definitely the GOAT.
he used to go like you can. Like, what, are you just going to reference the Wild Boys like Bam Margera and Steve-O the whole time?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
come on. There's other skaters.
And Teddy says, bring me in there, man. Hey, we'll get you in here, Teddy. Let's talk some sports with you. Get Kenny back on here. Get Teddy in
Oh,
here.
yeah. We'll have some fun.
Well, we're out of the sports section, guys. We're going to fly through this music section. First thing up in the music section, all 16 songs on Kanye's new album with Ty Dolla $ign on the Hot 100.
So is it a collaboration album? It's like, are they on every song together?
I think so. Just about every song. Troy would know. Troy, if you're still watching, let us know about that.
Troy is Mr. Kanye West
I'm sure
every day.
he's streaming every single one of these songs. It's the trendiest thing out right now. We actually played one of the songs off the album for the college kids on Saturday, and it went off. They started singing it. Oh my God, it was cool. It's called Carnival. Have you heard Carnival?
I am on the weird side of the spectrum here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't listen to Kanye like that.
New Kanye is just a little weird, but I do like. I mean, I like it.
All my friends have been like hyping it up, like oh, it's definitely a great project. But there was some controversy with it in first release because he breached his contract with Tidal on exclusive premieres, and Apple, like, it got removed off Apple Music and had to get placed back on.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah,
So-
he's breaching a lot of contracts, like the Ozzy Osbourne thing.
Yeah, like because he was with Def Jam, if I'm not mistaken. Then he signed off from Def Jam, and then he was trying to do his own label. And there's a lot of backlash from that, from what I believe.
Yeah.
And again, I could be wrong. I'm not that familiar with.
And did you hear
all
about the
that.
Ozzy thing? Because Kanye sampled himself. You remember that? And this is a really underrated throwback for Kanye. Hell of a Night.
Yeah.
Hell of a night. I just fell in love with a porn star. Remember that song?
Yeah.
That song starts that bong, bong, burn. That's actually an Ozzy Osbourne sample. And he never cleared it back then. So for this album, he tried to sample himself. Tries to sample Hell of a Life, but Ozzy goes, nah, that was actually my sample. You never cleared it in the first place. And Ozzy wants him to clear it. He hasn't cleared it. It's still up. The saga continues.
Dude,
But yeah, Kanye always
that
controversial.
Yeah, I was gonna say that man's the definition of there's no such thing as bad publicity. There's
Yep.
only publicity, and that's what his mind state is.
Well, here's some publicity for Beyonce. She becomes first black woman to ever reach #1 on the country chart with Texas
I did hear
Hold'em.
that song though, and I messed with it. And a lot of people, especially like, I just need to know what is the issue with her going to country? That a lot of like, it's definitely a lot of right wing or left wing or whatever wings it is. It's
Yeah.
like it's like
And it's not
people-
even like when it was Old Town Road on there where it was debatable if it was country or not. I think this is definitely a country song.
Yeah, it's 100%,
Yeah.
and like it's one of the greatest like female artists of all time.
Mhm.
Like Braun, like expanding her range, and like people are like bashing on. I'm like, why are you bashing?
Hey,
on
if
it?
Dolly Parton dropped a rap album, we'd all love it. You know what I
Exactly,
mean?
that's what I'm saying. It's like it's you can't have your cake and eat it too. I'm just
Yeah.
like
If
what?
Lainey Wilson dropped a trap record, we'd all love it. We'd be about it. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
saying?
I don't know how that one vibe. but
If Shania Twain dropped a drum and bass album, we'd all love it. You know what I'm saying?
You might be on to
But
something.
she is pandering though. She got up there, in Texas, down in Texas.
Yeah, no, she was killing the vibe too.
Oh, I be pandering to them folks down in Texas.
Oh, there is another country album coming out that is gonna but that song, I think if she drops a whole album,
I played it on the radio this week a bunch actually. Yeah.
yeah, I think that song's gonna clear up, and we're on the verge of seeing so many artists gonna switch up genres.
Country Revolution. I mean, I was
Malone.
privileged enough to be at Cowboy Coast for the last 6 years, seeing with my own eyes the country revolution that is slowly taking place, and it gets higher and higher and higher. I mean, this is country music refers to this country. It's supposed to be our music. You know what I mean? And it's coming back in a big way. It's really fascinating.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can't look up like top artists in the world without thinking last year Morgan Wallen was
Wallen.
on top of the freaking world, and the current artist also, she needs to get out of football as Taylor Swift. She started off as country,
Yeah.
but now she's like dominating
Then
the world
who's
of
that?
pop.
Zach. There's Zach Bryan. What
Zach-
the
Zach
fuck?
Bryan, yeah.
I don't really get his whole popularity, but wow, is he popular?
Just folk singing, brother.
Yeah.
You get a beer in one hand,
And then you get a guy
just-
like
just sing your heart out every time you hear him.
Khan. What's that guy's name?
Noah Khan.
Noah Khan.
My dog.
Who can go to Lollapalooza?
Season of the Sticks.
He got the biggest crowd at Chicago's Lollapalooza, and it's just a guy with a fucking guitar. That's it.
So he filled in last second for Ocean's Calling to happen last summer, or the end of last summer in Houston City. And I was so heartbroken. I didn't know he filled in. I would have paid the money to go see him.
Yep. Oh, and Teddy says country music hit for real. You know, me and my wife, we got our song at our wedding was a Morgan Wallen song. It was "Stand by Me."
It was.
That played right after we got married, and I like that song, man.
No, that song is
That's a
beautiful
new
song.
country song. We thought, man, are we gonna really make a new song like this? Our wedding song. We're like, we love it, and it's Dirk and Morgan Wallen, very us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like-
it was cool. It was cool.
5150, somebody got the
That's a good one, man.
Yeah, that one is always a bop.
Yep. And RIP to Cowboy Coast. It is closed down. I'm going to make a highlight video at some point and do a real tribute. I had that place 10 out of 10 lit. All right. And if you follow me on Instagram, you already know those clips are insane. They belong in the DJ Hall of Fame.
Man, that one time where you can make it, and it was Memorial Day, Labor Day weekend, September 2020. We finally got that restriction up from the mask. Cowboy went full-fledged. There was 4,000 people in there. It was insane.
He's not even joking, y'all. We had 4,000 people there every night.
Hold up. Let me see right now if I can get that clip for you, because that was insane. I literally got assaulted with a wad of ones.
Wow.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to. I might be able to find, because I know someone just liked the clip I was talking about. So I'm going to see if I can find the guy who liked the clip.
I was able to see.
Yeah, right here, dude. Tell me this isn't an all-time clip of on the Eastern Shore.
Oh
of
my
parties.
God, I remember this.
Like, there's a bunch of clips like this, but I feel like this kind of sums it up for you good
That might have been
people.
one of my roommate at one time, Katie Barnes.
Actually, Katie Barnes, one of the greatest shot girls in Cowboy Coast history. This was Cowboy Kayla. Kayla, another great shot girl. And you got my tag, Ocean City, fucking Maryland. Dude, the vibes. You got the shot girls up there handing out shots, people jumping up and down, sweaty, people bumping into each other. It was insane, y'all. I was in heaven.
Yeah, there is not another adrenaline
Mark,
high.
appreciate the opportunity, Mark. He was the owner of Cowboy Coast. We had 6 good years.
And he's
we
chilling
built
on a
it
beach
from
in Florida.
nobody on the dance floor to this. We literally, when we first started DJing there, I filled in for a DJ. Didn't get a good crowd. The owner immediately said, you guys should be the DJ. 6 years later, or actually 2 years later, it looks like that, and all the years beyond that.
That if you ever DJ, that's the peak of adrenaline high right there. It's
Yeah.
just getting a club going off, man.
Oh, and Teddy Smooth says, I'm glad I got to DJ in there. Hell yeah, that was a good venue, man.
Man, that was a great venue. I know Spain Wine Bar bought them out. They're turning it into a Vegas nightclub lifestyle kind of bar.
I heard French, which was like weird, but we'll see.
Yeah, hey, it's just all through the grapevine. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's hearsay. They say so. Hey, hopefully.
And I hit them up, and they said they'll consider us for the position. But I mean, come on, you got to keep us in that building, y'all. We own that building.
yeah, that was insane. Like,
Oh, and speaking of DJing, this is a fun clip. Check out this new car. What car is this?
I thought you were just about to show me a Tesla with a vinyl record, like a vinyl, like
It might be a Tesla, but a little DJ feature on the car dashboard. Not bad.
I feel like Troy's getting triggered right now. Don't touch my board.
Yeah. I mean, get 2 of them, then we'll be talking, right? Get 2 of them bad boys up there, then we're talking.
Oh, my, bro, parking lot parties will never be the same again.
Coila Ray says, I don't understand how our generation don't know how to cook. These ladies don't be cooking. That's what she says, not me.
Ladies and men, actually, and
Everyone needs to know how to
whatever's in between.
Yeah.
Just add some seasoning, some garlic salt, a little bit
Yeah.
of pepper, paprika, chili powder, and
Yep.
then go on cumin. It's cumin, right? Not cumin.
Cumin. Yeah, I'll say cumin. Yep.
Yeah, cumin. It ain't gonna hurt. little flavor.
I mean, yeah, you can do a little garlic powder and smoked paprika, black pepper, and salt on just about anything.
I love those
You know?
chef reaction videos, but then there's always like they had that one nasty one. Somebody puts raw chicken breast in the microwave,
Oh God.
and no, that's a felony. That is a felony. You need to be locked away in a dungeon and you were taught better.
Yeah, right. There's a lot of funny stuff with raw chicken. You ever seen the videos of the people who wash their raw chicken with Dawn soap? Yeah. Oh man.
Like, no, I've seen it, and I just
All right. What's your top meal that you make yourself at home?
steak.
Yeah, me too, man. I make a hell of a ribeye.
Hey, you and me on that
Hell of a
carnivore diet,
ribeye,
baby.
yeah.
Yeah.
And what I do, I mean, we do classic meals. We do a loaded baked potato,
Ooh,
asparagus, and a ribeye. That's what we do in this house, man.
I'm right there with it. Get
Yeah.
a little mushroom action in there.
I'm on the loaded baked potato like it's dessert. Like that shit is so
Are
good.
you a sour cream guy?
Yeah, so you got to do it classic. You don't want to mess with a classic. You want to just cut that potato, get butter, salt, pepper, chives chopped up fresh, bacon chopped up fresh, cheddar cheese, and some sour cream. You don't add anything else. That's it.
You nailed it to a T for me, but
Yep.
I'm not a sour cream guy. I'm kind of weird. I like sour cream onion chips, but sour cream, I was getting on the side.
Yeah, me, I don't really like it, but on the loaded baked potato, it's different.
Oh no! Again, it's like one of those things where you just got to find that mesh.
Yeah,
Like, it's incredible.
nothing better than that first bite.
Without a doubt. Like, yeah, but I'm the same way. Like you said, ribeye,
Yeah,
Oh,
ribeye.
I'm
That's
big
my
here.
cut. What's your cut? Yeah,
New York strip,
number one cut, New York strip. Yep.
and
Just-
bring back the photo. I know what you're leading into, and I don't get it.
This is in the music section. Look at all 44 needles on the tattoo gun so he can completely black out his skin. What the heck? Oh, it's got a video too. Do you want all that ink in your body? Couldn't that get toxic after a certain point? I know a little bit of ink, a little design probably isn't much, but look at all
You
that.
gotta also consider the fact that man was tatted head
And-
to toe before he got that cover up too.
And this is a real question for the people in the chat. How much more of his body until it's racist? How much? I mean, he's got about 40% covered, maybe 30% covered. How much further? What percentage until it's racist? This is for the chat.
I wouldn't even really say erasing. It's like that kind of like there was like a trend. Do you remember that demonic thing where everybody like it was and it is definitely white. This is a big Caucasian fucking thing.
Yeah.
And like we're not gonna ignore that.
But you know, blackface is always in the news. This guy's about to make his entire body black.
Yeah, it's like they
Yeah.
go ahead, they black out the skin, and they black out their like not pupils, but the white around their eyes.
Oh, I've seen that. That's creepy.
It's like demonic, and then they get the red contacts. I'm like, dude, you need to lay off the TV or something.
Yeah,
man.
it all
Like,
feels a little demonic with this guy, a little ritualistic. I don't know why you'd want to do that. It feels like just like a demonic ritual, like
he's
a
mainly
pain
doing.
thing, you know?
He's mainly doing this because he's going back into rap finally after the whole Eminem stunt from a couple years ago.
The whole I'm like a punk rocker.
He had a good punk rock vibe like going on because that was mainly thanks to Travis Barker being his drummer.
Oh, yep.
And I like some of his songs, like My Ex-Best Friend.
That is a good one. He had hits for
Bloody
a good year.
Valentine. Like,
He had requestable hits for a while.
yeah, they were solid. And like,
And still to this day, people be like, play Wild Boy. I'd be like, yeah, I got you, bro. I just don't.
yeah, no, exactly.
It's never going to hit as much as you think. The whole club ain't going to be going, call Miss Steve. Oh.
He
It
dropped-
feels like they might, but they just aren't. you
He
know?
dropped like a sad rap song going back into it, but it kind of sounded like the music that it was going on his way out before going in the punk genre.
Mm-hmm.
And he did he did drill. He did a drill song with T Grizzly a while ago.
Oh, wow.
And he actually, and here's the funny thing about that. T Grizzly's from Detroit. And he even quoted is like, if you see me in Detroit, no, my business isn't finished.
Okay, wow.
And so he's gonna. I'm not gonna be surprised if we see some glimmer or resurfacing beef between him and
Okay.
Eminem.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
And unpopular opinion here, and I'm gonna say it: Rap Devil was better than whatever Eminem put up against him. I literally thought that Rap Devil was probably
Oh, yeah,
the
you're
best
right.
modern day diss I ever heard. MGK, I believe that he got scrutinized just because the amount of legend.
It was all style based. It was all style
Yeah,
based.
like literally,
And-
MGK had ammo. And then when Eminem came back, he did Eminem chop style flow. But if Eminem wasn't Eminem, that legend that he was, that should have been a whole 180. It should have went into Kelsey's
Yeah, I forgot
favor.
about that, but you're right. He probably did win that objectively.
Like, yeah, it just if Eminem wasn't Eminem, I'm sorry, I'm giving that to MGK.
Hell yeah. Well, we're now in the random section, Kenny. We're off the music section. We're in the random
This is
section.
perfect for my ADD, brother.
Yep.
I love this.
This is just some crazy stuff. Here's a discussion topic. I feel like there's an attack on the Karen today, okay? I feel like we're too hard on Karens. Karens hold our society together.
Nope. They
tell
can
ya-
all burn. They can all burn.
They let you know when you're stepping out of line. A lot of people thought this lady was a Karen. You know, we should condemn this lady. I think she's doing the Lord's work. Let's check out the clip, though.
Get off the trail now! Get off the trail. There are so many families on this trail. You are not supposed to be on here with motos. Get off the trail.
On a nice
off the
family
trail.
walking, biking trail, he's on a motorcycle.
This is a bicycle.
Get off the trail.
Have you heard of the term Karen?
What do you think about this clip, Kenny?
Okay.
That's dangerous. They got families with strollers on that.
I completely understand and agree with that, especially looking from the family aspect.
Yeah.
And a shout out to the videographer for at least blocking out the kid's face. That's been a big thing I've noticed a lot.
And then you go, oh well, you're a Karen. I'm breaking the law. I'm doing what I'm not supposed to, but you're a Karen, so I can do whatever I want.
So
and if you want to be cool, you got to be on my side. The
so
criminal.
there's two sides of that. I'm gonna say one. She said Karen came off a little too hostile.
She got that voice though. Oh my god.
She
Get off that track.
120%.
Yeah.
I believe that she could have addressed those gentlemen that were on the bikes a little bit more. Not, I will say a little nicer, but I get where she's coming from. She's like a mama bear. She's just trying to protect her cubs.
That woman had to basically walk on the grass. She feels very uncomfortable
Yeah,
that this
exactly.
motorcycle is coming down this road.
And two, both those guys.
And it's not a big motorcycle. It's not a Harley.
Yeah, it's like an electric motorbike. I get where the guys are coming from, but also read the room, guys.
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah, read the room.
If you're riding down that road, especially if you guys seem like you're very familiar, experienced with what you guys are doing. Yeah, that just ain't the place. I get both sides. Her reaction could have been a little bit more friendlier, but come on, boys.
Hey, she's trying to hold society together. But that's just the first clip of the random section, everybody.
What's your opinion
trying to
on
really get cooking.
the dirt bikes in Salisbury?
Oh, yeah, that's do they belong on the road? It's illegal. This is one of those real, just like you really got to think about that. What is the best law? Should the dirt bikes be allowed on the road? They do a lot of nonsense for sure, but there's no like telling they're going to do it. Some people might just want to ride to work.
I've seen plenty of times, and I know a couple of them. I'm not gonna say any names, but it just there was times where there was random ones. I've seen just ducking cops left and right. There was two cops chasing them up over by across from Bennett, like over was that Isabella?
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Isabella and Lincoln. Like
they're popping wheelies.
If it's by means of transportation and you're not acting like a complete degenerate, like a fool, I'm cool with it. Like, you know, you do proper signaling with your arms. If it's like, hey, you gotta get to work. But like you're saying, if popping wheelies,
and
being
I
dangerous,
kind of like seeing the wheelies though. Some of them are so
if it's on
skilled.
a back road,
It's
completely.
very entertaining. Yeah, it's a tough topic. You know what I mean? I see why it might be illegal, but
But if it's like right there in that little intersection by like Acme and Sushi or the East Moon, man, don't be doing that. You're gonna be getting yourself hurt.
you're going to hurt somebody.
Yeah, like if you don't hurt yourself, somebody's gonna get hurt. Yeah, I just wanted to know because like I saw them yesterday. I was like, came back in town one day, already the dirt bike's out.
Yeah. Shout out to my boy Twan. He's definitely a big one of those guys. And more Jokic in the random section. He went to a Avalanche game, and I just love the type of guy Jokic is. What a normal guy. He's got his daughter there. He's not trying to be too cool.
How are you this good at your sport and you hate showing up for your job? But but he's
there looking happier than you've ever seen him.
He was actually happier at that game than he was after winning a ring.
Dude, and they're chanting MVP, the hockey fans. I mean, he's the greatest, man. What a role model.
Dude, I would not be surprised if
the Trump shoes.
Oh.
Are you rocking the Trump shoes? They're sold out. $400 for this pair of shoes right here. Gold with the T and the American flag
So when he got locked up a couple months ago, my boys also they copped a couple of those shirts of his mugshot. So that mugshot shirt is definitely going to be selling like hotcakes.
Oh yeah, his mugshot's right up there with Elvis and all the
it
other
was
great
a
mugshots.
long time coming. The shoe, on the other hand, I like the retro Converse kind of style, but the tee on it, that's just too much.
It's kind of ugly, but it's just such a flashy shoe.
Like, oh man, that shoe would have made a killing back in the 80s when Bird and Magic were facing Converse. Like,
Right?
Like
Oh
that
yeah.
American style. Like that
oh,
would've been
you're
killer.
right. Yep. On the Dream Team, I can see the Dream Team wearing that.
Oh yeah, that would have been a perfect shoe. Oh my god! But then you put DT for Dream Team on the side.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
No, I
He's
can
selling
see-
shoes. He's selling shoes. What an influencer.
And he's just trying to get himself out of that hidey hole he dug himself in.
This is just some weird crap. Let's get into it.
Oh, how weird are we talking?
This is actually one of the most dangerous birds in the world. Comes up to this person on the beach.
What is that thing dangling? What?
Yeah. I'd be so freaked out. I hate birds, especially big flightless birds like this. And I did the research. Actually, one of the most dangerous birds. Actually, it says that down there. They have razor sharp talons and just walks right up to you.
Yeah. I'm going swimming.
Man, look at those feet.
Dog, I would. Yeah.
Scary.
I
She's pretty brave.
like. Yeah. No, I like Mother Nature. Like, hey, buddy, I ain't harming you. Don't harm me. Like, we're good. All right. Like.
And apparently those feet will tear you up if it wants to.
Ooh, I wonder who to win between him and a kangaroo. We're talking feet game, man. Come on, that one kick from a kangaroo can cave your chest in.
That is true. They prop up on that tail and let it rip. This is showing you how far advanced Japan is.
I mean,
How's the best way to do this? Let's try.
what's a fancy toilet that has water that goes up?
A bidet. Yep, they got a lot of bidets over
I've
there.
never had one, but I've heard great things.
Yeah, I actually have one. I just have to get a plumber to install it. Wow. One. Yep, coming soon. But yeah, check this out. Japan
The
living.
podcast is about to have a bidet in here, y'all.
Yeah, it's gonna be in this room, right? Living in 2050. This is a great idea, right? Just a phone cleaner in public restrooms. You wash your hands, you put the phone in the phone cleaner. By the time you're done washing your hands, it's been UV lighted and cleaned up. I have a UV phone cleaner.
I was gonna say, like, I might need a that is insane.
They say that's the best way to do it. UV light kills all the germs. Oh my God. Have you seen this? So we talked about the
Buble!
NBA All-Star game. Well, this was the NHL All-Star game. And you know, he was tripping on mushrooms. Buble, of all people, was tripping on mushrooms for the NHL All-Star game.
I've been seeing a lot more positive side effects in the mushroom game lately. Like, it's been popping up. I never dabbled, but
Yeah, there's studies and everything. But check this fool out.
This is just a microdose of mushrooms. And he was lying.
This is saying this
I'll be honest,
in front of everybody.
I thought I was in Blades of Glory for most of the time that I was out there.
The movie, the
Until
Will
it
Ferrell movie,
sort
bro.
of settled down, and then I realized
Because he's the ice hockey.
I'm at the NHL All-Star game.
The answer is
Dude.
no.
I will not be the oldest draft pick the Vancouver Canucks have ever taken at 48.
Can barely
I think
speak. Can barely speak, dude.
You're a really good hockey. You got good hands, dude. You've got silky mitts, my brother.
What
You
the
are
hell,
the first
dude?
person who's ever told me that.
Because
Wow.
I'm the first real ever hockey fan. We literally are the heart and soul of these teams. And,
I can't remember a
is
time.
he Irish or what's that accent? Is it
He
Canadian?
might be. Yeah, Buble is
all
something.
of my
Buble, where's
contacts,
Buble from?
It was people.
But when's the last time you seen a celebrity this off his rocker due to drugs in the public eye?
And it's not even a bad off the rocker.
No, it's
He's
not.
just,
It's actually
like, he's
really
loving
endearing.
life.
It's endearing. He's a good person. He's not doing anything wrong.
No. When he said, my buddy told me this was microdose, it's like,
So funny.
you
I'll be
fucked
honest.
up. like
This is a gem of a clip. Mike Tall showed me this, or maybe it was Jack Armstrong. But this is really one of the clips of the month.
I need another Christmas album, brother.
Yeah, right.
Like, oh my God. I like Buble. I don't know what soul or diner room singing you were doing beforehand, man. Just you got that market on a niche 1 month of the year.
Yep.
You're good for the rest of your life.
Yeah, shout out to the Christmas guys, you know, Mariah Carey, Buble, and,
Oh, yeah,
and all the
Yaman.
classics, you know, Brenda Lee.
Oh my gosh.
Let's keep it going. That was Buble.
Mariah Carey.
Mariah Carey, yep.
Like, oh,
Your boy John Cena is slowly turning into Ernest, and nobody can deny it. Absolutely nobody can deny it. Yeah. Ernest. He looks just like Ernest, dude.
Oh, they need him to pass the torch down because this man, John Cena, has been on acting fire.
Well, it looks like it's Ernest goes to WrestleMania. That's what it looks like.
That could work too. Like, because I watched this movie on Netflix the other day called Cock Blockers, and he was like a dad where him and the two other parents.
Oh, I think I heard of that.
Yeah, they have a group chat. Their kids
He's in a lot of comedies now.
Their kids go to prom, and they're like seeing like, oh, they're about to lose their virginity, and the whole setup is hilarious.
Yeah, I'll check it out. I never saw the movie.
And also Peacemaker, incredible DC show that he took in his own role.
Yep, he's been in that DC universe a few times now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no,
so
he always is Peacemaker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's always been Peacemaker, and it's dope, man. I'm looking forward to more of what it's coming out of him.
John Cena, let's keep it moving. Actually,
he's a modern day. He's a modern day rock right now.
Hell yeah, that was actually the last clip I have. I don't think I got any more segments.
I got one more random thing, and just from your childhood.
Okay, cool. And I just got one or two more things after that too.
Oh, perfect. Guess who's back in pro wrestling, full fledged?
The Rock, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and he's a heel,
and it's so good.
Yeah, he's doing good. Like he's
Roman Reigns has like had this title reign for the last 3 years. He's trying to get Hulk Hogan's, and this guy has had such like a death grip on WWE, like being the champion. Now The Rock comes in, and now you're just seeing this guy who's been like tribal chief, just like becoming a little puppy to his uncle. Like he's just following around. Wow. And it's just like The Rock, he's only aged in the face. He is just still shredded as ever.
Amazing.
And
I would love to see the lab full of beakers that is keeping him the way he is.
It's the same thing you and me are doing right now, my friend. That carnivore diet, straight red meat. He announced it.
Oh, wow. Yep. I mean, that is the way to go. It's straight discipline. Anything else is poison in your body.
Red meat. They've always like tried to like not. They've informed us, but they always try to like scare us away or take us off another way. Like, oh, that's how you get diabetes. This is how you get high blood pressure.
Well, it all started in the 80s when the sugar industry
Yep.
collaborated and paid off a bunch of scientists to make it seem like fat caused heart disease.
Yep.
But really, sugar causes heart disease.
100%.
And that threw everybody off. Yeah, sugar's the enemy. And fat is not bad for you. Fat is not bad for you.
Yes. And there is the straight definition of healthy fats and bad fats.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like you just said, fat is just a natural.
And you're right. There are bad fats, and that would be like frying oil. You don't want to pour frying oil into your mouth.
Yeah. You don't want to drink that. Hey,
yeah. But when it comes to like a steak that has a lot of fat on it, go eat that shit, man. That's okay. Yeah.
And hey, if you want to mix in those green, like I don't like avocado or guac, but hey, that's a healthy fat.
I like mixing green fibrous vegetables just to get that fiber in me.
Broccoli,
you know what I mean?
green beans, steamed, of course, asparagus, like all that. That's good for you. Like I love that stuff.
But yeah, me and Kenny Flay urging everybody watching the show, go carnivore with us. All right, only eat ribeye steak, eat bacon and eggs in the morning, ribeye steak at night. Repeat the next day. Never stop. Your health will improve.
And just, what's your opinion on pork?
Obviously you want to be eating beef and then chicken and then probably pork. But bacon in the morning.
I gotta have my bacon and sausage.
And some eggs. Yeah.
Dude, those breakfast go-tos, man.
Yeah.
Pulled pork too.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, anything barbecue, man. But I think I just got one more thing. You might have noticed I'm wearing this Lava Hot hat today.
I was wondering, it looks pretty fresh on you.
It's actually out of design because I'm going to be on the Lava Hot podcast tomorrow.
Hey, let's go.
That's right. Shout out to the Lava Hot podcast. Really, really fun time. Here's a picture of me on set. The set is incredible, guys. Like the operation he has over there, it's the most legit podcast setup around on the Eastern Shore.
It looks incredible. If you mind me asking, where is he stationed out of?
Berlin.
Oh, wow. All right. So he's close to home.
He's got a commercial building in Berlin that he shoots out of. The set is absolutely 10 out of 10 amazing. It was fun being interviewed by him. And it was the second podcast I've ever done other than my own. You probably think, KP, he does podcasts all the time. No one ever invites me onto their podcast. So I really appreciate you. All right. Thanks for inviting me. That was Joseph Connell. Really appreciate the invite. I had a great time talking with you. Can't wait to share my episode around. It all drops on Spotify tomorrow. And I think, yeah, you can actually find this podcast on Spotify. Let me search it up real quick. Lava Hot.
I'm surprised. Like actually, I'm not surprised. As soon as Spotify announced they did podcasts, that was going to change the game.
Yeah, right.
Like, because most of the time you would just use your little podcast app on your iPhone or whatever you had for Android that was available. And whoever set that deal up was a genius.
Seriously.
So how'd that all get undertaken? Did you reach out to him or he reached out to you?
I think I reached out to him. And because I saw his set just online and stuff. And I was like, damn, this is in Berlin. And I was like, hey, bro, I'd love to come on the show sometime.
Yeah, like his promotion, his site, like is overall, like, yeah, that
completely
presentation,
professional. Completely professional, man.
Very well done.
Can't wait to see what my episode looks like. We talked about a lot. Yeah, he's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. You know, this podcast is not on Spotify. We're just on YouTube, Facebook. This is legit. You know, it's not a live podcast. It was pre-recorded, and we had a lot of fun. I'll be sharing the link around, but I'll be on the Lava Hot podcast tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm definitely going to tune into that. Y'all should too. That seems like it's going to be a good time, good episode.
Yeah. And I really wanted to shout him out because, like I said, I've never been invited on other people's podcasts. You know, you'd think people would, but nah. And I'll come on your podcast, you know. Give me an invite. I'm good at talking on the mic.
Hey, more experience, just scratching. Yeah, you scratch your back, help scratch my back, et cetera, et cetera. Just like
I've been on the Champ Talk podcast. You ever heard of Champ Talk with Brandon Hudson?
Oh, yeah.
Of SBY MMA. Thank you for the invite, man. That was a fun show. And this is my second one, the Lava Hot Pod. And Kenny, thank you for coming on my pod, man. You always got to invite on my show.
I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for having me.
And that's just about going to do it. Do you have anything you want to tell the fans? How can they find you, bro?
Hey, at Kenny Flight on IG, Kenny Flight on Facebook, Kenny Flight on Snapchat. Those are the only forms of social media I have right now. Hey, if you guys are free tonight, I'm going to be at Salisbury's Pit and Pub spinning up tunes.
Ooh,
9
good
o'clock.
point. Yeah, Thursday night, Pit and Pub.
And then
I didn't realize they had renovations in there. It looks incredible in there. They have a dance floor and everything, right? Or did I see a different place? Am I tripping? Do they have like a little mini dance floor at the end of that?
Not really a mini dance floor, but they do have the dining hall where, I mean, on the right side of it, where it used to be, if you're familiar with Old Salisbury, East Side Deli, you know, people just dancing out there in front. Like, we have a good time. And then also tomorrow now will be a Market Street Inn, 9 to close as well. And just going to be mixing up as much as possible. Just trying to get that going. That's the work right now.
Yeah, Market Street's always been a staple in Salisbury. Kenny, cutting it up. That's DJ Kenny Flight. Make sure you go follow him.
Yes, sir. Hey, learn for the best right here.
That's right, man. And I got a few things to tell you while I got you here. Just a few ads right now. This studio, too, is brought to you by My Other Studio. Only $40 per hour. I got over 10 years of experience. I do have available sessions today. Contact me. Just got to pay up front to schedule and lock in your slot. $40 per hour. Over 10 years of experience. If you're not in the area, send your stems.
That last picture was sick.
Right?
God,
yeah.
That is dope.
Shout out to the wifey, man. Yep, you got the tracking room and you got the mixing and mastering room. If you're not in the area, send your stems. Only $50 per song. World-class quality. All right, tell your friends. I don't care if you're in California, China. You can get world-class mixing and mastering for only
best in the business.
$50 per song.
Hands down, best in the business. You don't want anybody else touching your songs, mixing your files. Like, this guy will get it done lightning fast, better than anybody else.
Numbers don't lie.
Like, he's a monster at it. Like,
over 10 years, 700 sessions per year. All right. No one has the experience like I do. I'm also on your favorite radio station, Power 101.7, every weekday at 5 p.m. All right. So tonight or today at 5, make sure you tune in. A little bit of old school, a little bit of new school, kind of back and forth, matching it up with my bro, DJ Cash. It's a fun time.
I love the label Bill Baker set for you guys. Oh, I took that one.
You took this one? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember that time. That was like, yeah, just popping on you boys. I was like, damn, that looks sick, actually.
And, of course, that's another great moment from Cowboy Coast. Make sure you go find me when I'm DJing out live. Warehouse on Saturdays, going absolutely ballistic.
That was the best idea I've seen Kev do in a long time, is that TikTok live feed, man.
Oh, yeah, they love it. Dude, they love it.
Yeah, oh, my God. I even joked around. I was like, man, them one night stands going to get exposed out there. You about to cause some drama in their lives.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah. It already kind of happened.
I saw you last night with her.
Yeah,
You
right.
on the TCOs.
I was on KP's live.
I saw what you were doing.
But yeah, anything else you want to tell the people before we get out of here?
Hey, y'all have a great day. Thanks again for having me, Kevin. Hey, hopefully I'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, and everybody, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Easiest way to help out the show. We got another big episode of Studio 2 coming up on Monday. Big versus battle. Weaver's Law versus Q Block. You don't want to miss it.
Weaver's just, that man has not stopped.
Nah, yeah, he's consistent, and he's one of the best around, and rightfully so.
Just somebody, y'all better be keeping an eye out. That man is not, that momentum is carrying.
Seriously. All right, well, Kenny, wave at that camera right there. We're out of here, guys. Thanks for tuning
See you
in to
guys.
KP
Thank y'all
in the
again
morning.
so much for having me.
Yep, love y'all. We'll see you this Monday night.
Sir, this crazy. I love that too. DJ KP,
Studio
go
2
crazy.
with DJ KP.
And that's why you better off kneeling. Murder that I'm killing. I missed one call on the weekend, and now she trying to turn me to the villain. And for certain that she know I'ma work it out. She get it on my shirt and tie like every time she squirt it out. She know when I'm working that, after that I'm irking out. All they mean I'm serving out. Might open up a Waffle House. Told her bring her partners out. Show me what they talking about. If they ain't about that action 30 minutes, then I'm walking out. Tell me from the door, is that a yes or that's a no? She gon' put it on the floor. She be putting on the show. If you with it, let me know.
Studio 2 with DJ KP.